I really just did my own knotless braids. What the heck? Y'all. Okay, so can we get into these knotless braids? And yes, they were done by Mwah. Y'all, I did my own hair, my own knotless braids, and watch the video so you can do yours too, okay? So starting off with these Xpression hair, I only use 2 packs. I use it in the color 2. It's like an off black color, and this is the only amount of hair that I use. And then I also use this Murray's Hair Pomade. And getting right into the video, I washed my hair the day before and I put them in some chunky braids just for it to air dry overnight. And next is parting. So the most important thing I feel while doing knotless braids or any braided hairstyle, especially yourself, is to make sure your parts are straight. So this is about the size of each of my knotless braids, and I just used 2 mirrors whenever I was parting my hair, and it really helped me out. So after you have parted out your section, I take the Murrays and I go ahead and slick every single edge of the braid to where it's nice and slick. And then after that, I take a comb to make sure it's detangled, and then we get to braiding. So you want to start off each of your knotless braids the same way you would do any 3-stranded braid. And I go down about 3 or 4 times before I start to add hair. So I'm taking a strand of hair, I'm putting one end right between my pointer finger and my thumb, and I'm taking the other end and I'm placing it right on top of my pointer finger. And then I take the entire section that's right on top of my pointer finger and I proceed to braid as normal. So hopefully that looked a little bit better. Hopefully you can kind of see exactly what I'm doing. Here's another close-up. In between my pointer finger, I take the top strand, I put it right on top of my pointer finger. I take everything on top and I continue to braid. So hopefully that looks okay. Just gonna do it a few times so y'all can keep on seeing me, and hopefully you kind of follow along and it makes sense. I decided to slow down this clip so you could really see what I'm doing. So taking one end of the strand, I'm putting it between my pointer finger and my thumb. I'm taking the other strand of hair and I'm placing it right on top of my pointer finger. And then I grab the entire section of hair on top of my pointer finger and I swoop it underneath and I continue to braid as I did before. And I braid in place a lot, so it starts to get clumpy, so I just pull down the braid just to make sure that it's straight, and then I just keep braiding. Hopefully so far it's been making sense. I'm gonna go ahead and add a few more clips in of me just doing my hair in real time, to where if you're also doing it at home, you can follow along with me. And above all else, just take your time, be patient with yourself, and allow yourself to have frequent breaks so you can really make sure the work is up to your standard. And yeah, just be patient, y'all. This is not one of those hairstyles that takes 2 hours, okay? So really just take your time. Okay, so once you braid your hair down so far from behind and you can't reach it anymore, you have to flip your braid to the front. And I'm going to show you how to add hair once you're at this angle. So starting with the strand of hair, you want to do what you did before. Take one piece and add it between your pointer finger and your thumb. And now this is the easiest part. The other piece of hair, you just add it straight to the other piece of hair that you already had. I don't know if that makes sense. Let me show you again. Okay, so take the strand of hair, put one piece in between your pointer finger and your thumb. The remaining piece, you're gonna add it to the piece of hair that's behind you, the closest piece of hair. And then you braid underneath and you continue to braid as normal. I really hope that makes sense. That's the most difficult to explain, but I think it's easier to see. And then don't forget, as you're braiding, to just keep on adding more of the Murray's pomade. It just really helps to keep your braids nice and slick. And then I kept on braiding until I got right underneath my boob, so about right here or so, and then I'm just gonna let the rest of the hair hang. So after that, we're in my bathroom. I'm showing you where I want the braids to end here. And right now I'm just braiding the rest of the hair down so it's right around the same length. I'm cutting the pieces that were a little bit longer, making sure they're all even. And this is about where I want my braids to end, so right around here. And then the rest I left unbraided so it can be curly. And this is about how long my braids were. They ended right above my butt. So next we're going to my kitchen. Again, this is how much of the strands will be curly. And then just to show y'all how imperfect this was as a beginner, that's how long one of the top braids were. And how long one of the bottom braids were like that long. So definitely not perfect. I am not a professional, okay? But I boiled a pot of hot water and I put it in a mug, and I'm first going around all of my hair and making sure it's all dipped. This is just going to help make sure that everything is nice and sealed. And then I'm taking a towel and then I'm just going to pat dry, not rub. If you rub, it could create frizz and that ain't cute. So we're just going to continue to do this all over your head. Okay, so after all the braids were dipped first, I then went around and did 4 braids all around my head. So I did 2 on each side and I just braided them like you would do any 3-stranded braid. Okay, so I just did the same thing that I did before. I took each of the braids and I dipped them in hot water. And I did change out my hot water this time around because I just wanted it to be nice and hot. But you probably don't have to do that. But yeah, so I just did that and then I dried it. And now we're going to see the results. So here's me just unbraiding it. Okay, so here are my results. I'm obsessed, y'all. Like, I really just did my own knotless braids. What? What? Let me move this camera. Tell me it's not so pretty. Like, what? It looks so pretty. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I just did my own knotless braids. What the heck? Y'all. Oh my gosh. I think I did such a freaking good job. Here's a close-up on the curls. So like, so freaking cute, right? I love them. Excuse this wet spot, but, and I can't believe I did my hair myself. Like, this is crazy. Crazy. Now that I know that I can do it, I don't even want to pay anybody money to do it. Like, this hairstyle cost me less than $15. Sure, it took me 2 days, but at least I don't have to spend $200 when I can do it myself. I'm obsessed, honestly. I love it. And you could do it too. So I really hope this video helps y'all do y'all hair at home. I freaking love it. And if I could do it, you could do it, trust me, because baby. And the fun thing is, it's small enough to where I can still put it in a ponytail. Do you see this? This is 90 braids worth of hair and I can still put it in a ponytail. And I hope you try this at home. Don't pay somebody $200 when you could do it yourself. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. And y'all will see y'all in the next one.